Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time viewing, welcome. My name is Dominic Ravine, owner of Redleaf Exotics, where I love growing my favorite plant in the entire world, and my favorite thing, Nepenthes. We're gonna be doing a tour video today. I've been in our new facilities now. I love saying the word facilities, it sounds so fancy, but they really are. Dream greenhouses, but I've been in these nearly a year now, coming February. The plants have grown beyond my expectation. Everything looks beautiful, so let's do a little tour and show you guys the Veitchii and mostly the Highland plants. I might split this video up into two parts, but we'll see how far we get today. I got the bird sounds on in the background. The speaker might die if you hear them die somewhere along the video, but we'll have those in the background. I love hearing birds and looking at the plants. It really brings me peace, so let's get into it. Here we go. So we are going into the greenhouse from the head house. This is where the magic happens. I love it in here. And I'll go through some of the plants and name them. I'll let you guys just see some beautiful Nepenthes and other things that grow in the greenhouse. But I can't go through every single plant. It would take me eternity. But this is the Veitchii table, my favorite table and the one we'll start with. It's looking so stunning, especially in this lighting right now. It's everything. The moss has really taken off. And they're just loving this time of year. We'll start with this one here, which is so gorgeous. The color on this thing is unreal. This is one of the M's from the second Grex that Exotica did, which is really looking good. The peristome's almost a white color. See how close I could get with this? But look at the coloration on this plant. That's crazy. Veitchii are so good on the eyes. I love that. And another thing I love about this form here is that the pictures age really nice. They're almost like a reddish undertone, which is really pretty. It's not quite bronzy. It's a nice red blush. It's got a nice Helium 4 McDonaldae here. Just a division grown with them. The moss has been just loving this bright open air. I have internal shade cloth that's on a controller. I can open and close it to my desired percentage. It lets in more or less light, and it also, when the heater comes on up there, it keeps the heat below, above the plants and closes out the top of the ceiling, so I'm not heating the whole A-frame or the tip of the greenhouse, which is really cool. Oh, the speaker just told me the birds might go away soon, but we'll see how long they last. Here's the famous and beautiful Candy Dreams. This is one of our most iconic plants in the collection. Looking so good. Let me see if I could just spin it toward the light for you guys. But it is looking beautiful. Super bulbous, great coloration. And just what an awesome plant to make hybrids with. We've now made, oh my God, we're closing in on 50 to 100 hybrids with Candy Dreams or more. We've made so many at this point, and it really is proven time and time again that the traits come out so strong from Candy Dreams. It's really an awesome plant to breed with. I love that about it. And just, I mean, look at it. It's so nice sitting on that bed of moss. I love it. So beautiful. Really trying to get you guys the shots here so you can enjoy this. I get a lot of emails or messages from people saying that they really like the videos, which is so nice to hear. And I'm so happy it inspires some of you guys, and that you will watch them during work or whenever. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's so sweet. So I'm really happy that these videos do inspire you guys to grow more and get into Nepenthes and just grow them really nice. It's not too hard. They just take a little bit of training and learning and consistency. Here is a really beautiful Barrio that I've had from seed for many years now. Only sold a few cuttings many, many years ago in my Brooklyn days, but this plant is so colorful. You could see how not too many of the Veitchii are producing reddish leaves. This one gets really beautiful blushing and very light sensitive. And the coloration on the pictures is great too. It's just kind of, I don't know why, but it's a very weird plant to me for the veitchii that I grow. Nothing is quite like it in the veitchii collection. Just something about the pitchers and its growth habit, and just the intense color on the new pitchers and stuff. It's very unique looking. Not quite squat, but it gets tubby, but not as squat as others. But I really love this plant. It is a female, and I just bred Candy Dreams and quite a other few things on here. Well, quite a few. 2 other things, but quite a few seed, which are both 2 other veitchii. I did all veitchii, because we need more. On this A here, this is RE3487, which I bred probably around 2018 or 19, but this is from my original Grex, and this is looking really good. It looks so much like the mother, but we have some flowers on this that I did as well. I put Candy Dreams back on this, so it will be Barrio M from Exotica cross Candy Dreams cross Candy Dreams. The peristome on this is just so beautiful. Let me get out of the light so you guys can see this. Look at that coloration. The striping's beautiful. I love how just ruffled and rippled the peristome is around the pitcher body, like it's melting. But really excited to see what that back crossing with Candy Dreams does. It's so beautiful. And I'm gonna skip over to the mom just so we could see those genetics. Very kind of, you could see her. That one definitely has the Candy Dreams in it as well, but this is the mom, and she is just so gorgeous. This plant is really cool because it transitions all throughout the year with its coloration and kind of like the form of pitchers it gets. It really does change. During the cooler times of year, I'm able to keep it a little brighter, so that's when I get a little better color in them, but just, I love this plant, and they age so dark. This will almost nearly turn black as the plant is maturing or the pitcher is developing and hardening up. I love that. The moss has really taken off, and the moss says, oh my God, I love the water quality. To grow beautiful sphagnum like this, it is so necessary to have purified, clean water. They don't want heavy minerals and salts going on in there. They're really sensitive to that. It could bleach out, die, rot, whatever. Let me just show you quick, actually, as we're on this topic. We're gonna go all over today if we could get through this. But I was doing lighting work, and I'll show you guys at the end maybe these lights. I finally wired in our photo bio lights. I have 13 units up here I'm using, and I have a controller, which I'll have to do like just a mechanics video on the stuff that's operating the greenhouse, but I can dial it in at any percentage, which is so cool to have that flexibility. But I've been up there wiring them, and some of the metal parts have fallen on the moss, and look at this. Do you see the black? Everywhere there was a little black dot, I looked close here, and there was a little flake of metal. How sensitive it is just crazy like that. But I mean, metal shavings, I totally get it. But it's very sensitive. It doesn't like a lot of fertilizer or even too much water in a greenhouse. But I did post a video on YouTube about that if you wanted to check that out. Did I say YouTube or Instagram? Instagram, I posted it if you want to check that out. This is a beautiful squat Barrio. This is my favorite solid colored veitchii in the collection. Just the shape, the form, that super tall peristome on this thing. And this is from Exotica's original M. Grex. And I believe that they may have had the squat pink female in that one. But you could see just how bulbous this one is. And let me see if I could get in here. I don't want to crack a helium for it in front of me. But look at that. There's an ant. You're gonna die. I'm so sorry. Love you. Maybe you won't. Ants are like really intelligent and know how to get around the plants, get their sugar, and get out. But they do eat them. But look at that solid, bright, lemony. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Sometimes it looks whitish when it first opens, and it is gonna pinch back more and get a little bit of rippling in that peristome. This one is super fresh. One of the biggest pictures I've ever had on that. This one here is back, was sent back to me from my friend Andre. This is also an RE3487. This one I think is from the second Grex I did. I think I did it 3 times now. And this one, he has a mature plant, and this is a bay shoot. It was one of the best A's I've seen out of all of them so far in the couple years I made them. And I'm dying to see it just get large. It just put out a nice leaf jump, but it's looking really good. Thanks for that one, Andre. I'm so happy to have that in the collection. It really is one of the top Veitchii I've ever seen in my life. So proud daddy on that one. Andre, yours looks awesome, and I just can't wait to get some bigger pictures on it. But a lot of color going on in the front. Things like Ventricosa C is hanging here, or I completely made that up. This is a Ventricosa porcelain, but this is the Longwood clone. The C is over there. But I just recently potted this up, moving into here, and it kind of had some pictures. It didn't like summer because I overwatered once at one point, learning the new greenhouse. And now it's coming back into it. It has a ton of pictures blowing up, but this plant is so striking when it does fill in and take off. It is so beautiful. Here's a nice new one coming. They're so tough and woody even as they're forming. Oh my god, I love this. I could just get stuck on this corner all day long. This is another M from Exotica. This is one of their K Cross M. This is second Grex, and this is a sibling to Veitchii Red Tiger, if you're familiar with that one I grow. I did do cuttings on it, but this is the main plant right now. It's just a basil. But this is one of my top Veitchii as well. How many top Veitchii can there be? Loving this one. This is a nice big golden pink one as well. This is another M, second Grex. This one is just phenomenal. It's not in its best look right now, but not looking too shabby. But I did put Candy Dreams on that one. I think this will be another top shelf. I know it will be top shelf Veitchii once the seedlings come about and we can sprout them. This plant has just such intense color when it needs to get a basil for me. It's flowered, it's gonna get a growth out the side, but it's not in its strongest state as far as growth in pictures right now. I'm just dying to see a base shoot pop out. Let's look while we're here. There's no basils. Why don't you want to give me a basil? There's no basil, guys. We have this beautiful Trismatiensis crossed with Edwardsiana. Look how thick the peristome is on this thing. So beautiful. And these are really starting to look good and take off. Got a nice Lingulata crossed with Lowii from Exotica, of course. This is one of their newer creations. Look at the beautiful color on this thing. It's so purple. Leave it to Lingulata. But this one has a nice thick peristome like Lowii, and I will be expecting some lid bristles on this thing, and I can't wait to see what it does in the uppers. You know, Lingulata is a way different shape, but Lowii is pretty strong. Lingulata definitely is very strong with its coloration. Oh, this one looks good. This is another TM Cross Eddy. Just so beautiful. The moss really sets everybody off so nicely. I love that. Great color. These will be nicer, but we love Trismatiensis, but I think they'll definitely be nicer than TM. A lot more teeth going on, and I can't wait to see that Lowii hit into there. Ooh, please, please give us that elongated mouth. Here is a Lowii Edwardsiana. Lid hairs. We love that. some stuff I'll just pass on by. Here are some veitchii cuttings I'm doing, a Lowii truncata cutting I'm doing. I have cuttings mostly in the back, but these ones I wanted to keep up here. Look at this. Oh my god. This is a Lowii veitchii bassiana, veitchii maxima, veitchii cross edwardsiana from Exotica. This thing is looking so good. What a lip at this size. That is one to watch. That's going to be crazy. All of those have been really nice, though. Little darling Tonya or Cobra Lily in here. These love grown in the winter, and then they kind of go dormant, if you want to call it that, in the summer. Here in Tennessee, it's a little too hot. Drosera magnifica. This one was recently discovered in Brazil in the background of a photo, which is so funny. What a way to be discovered. But beautiful plant. Really big, wide leaves, and they get a lot bigger than this. So that one I've had for quite some time. There are two here. Heliumphora folliculata is a favorite. I divided all my Heelys when first moving in here. Sold all the divisions, or most of them already. But this is the one I kept behind. It's finally growing in really nice, producing some nice big blunt pitchers. But just love that color on them. Especially with that Lowii hiding in there. And that TM Eddy. Here is a beautiful Edwardsiana cross mollis. It's going to be really nice. It's looking good now, but this plant's still just a baby, so I expect a lot more teeth and a lot more size. Edwardsiana hybrids really have proven to be pretty big pitchering plants. At least Exotica's genetics that we've had from them. All the Eddy stuff they send us is just gets massive pitchers, which is really nice. This is a beautiful veitchii from Premium Exotics. Love this plant in Taiwan. Looking really nice. He has that beautiful veitchii. He has some really nice veitchii that I want. And he bred them together, and that's looking awesome. Looks like both of the parents that are just spectacular. Here's a Nepenthes platykyla. Stunning. But definitely so happy with how everything has filled in just in this amount of time. The moss has just thrown me for a loop with how happy it is. Got a lot of different pings up here just mixed in, something cute to look at. Over here. Here is the ping table. It's not full of water right now, but that I made. There's some water in there, but all the pings are just taking off like crazy, and they're all flowering this time of year. My favorite, Lowiana. This is a very hard plant to capture. Let's see if we could get close. See, the color just doesn't do it justice. It looks so washed out to me from what I see, but this thing is like neon red orange. One of the hardest colors to capture in a photo. I want you guys to be able to see its color, but I don't think it's coming through on the camera. This is a beautiful plant. It's a hybrid with Lowiana and Emarginata. We actually sell quite a few of these. They're just so vigorous and replicate like crazy, and you gotta love these flowers. Look at that color. That is my favorite thing about pings. They're just beautiful flowers. They're so eye-catching and really easy to grow plants. Here's a nice mollis here. Heavy darks in the peristome. But this is the biggest leaf it's ever had. In that picture, I cannot wait to see what it will do. It's just exploding now. And I just have these grow lights wired only a few days, so I haven't seen a difference quite yet. I did see a little blushing on some things, which to me says too much light, so I dialed them down already. But I'm gonna pay attention, and I'm so curious to see just dialing that light and where we're gonna be at and what they're really gonna love. Because don't forget, that's just supplemental. I get it. Look at this light coming in right now. A ton of light in here. This is just for the winter mainly. And when we're not getting all those light hours we need, we just need to fill in. And I try to aim for anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. Sometimes it changes, but you know, a good like 13 hours, 14 hours is really nice for most neps. It's a nice Berkey eye. Love the patterns on this. I'll do some of the walls, but we'll see what's over here. I just finished potting up all these seed-grown Raja, and I have more on the other side, and still some in cell trays, so we are hopefully gonna have some really nice Raja not too far from now. I've kept these in this Kanuma mix, which is pretty much like clay, I call it. And you could do Akadama. People do Akadama Perlite. To me, doesn't really matter mixing it together too much. I did do one where it was bigger particles and smaller just to have that different size so there could be more aeration in pockets. And I'll get to the big Raja and show you that in a minute, but these really love the clay stuff. That's kind of what they're growing in the wild, this clayish looking soil. So that's what they're really happiest in. My Rajas that I put in coconut just haven't done as well. Probably a pH thing, but I ain't got time for that. So they're gonna go in they're gonna go in the Akadama Kanuma as well. This is a beautiful hybrid from our friend Eduardo down in Mexico. He bred. His Paulonensis is insane, but this is Paulonensis cross Edwardiana. And his Paulonensis is so squat with this kind of flat, crazy peristome. And these are already getting tubby, so I have high hopes for these. Who knows what they'll look like. And both Paulonensis and Edwardiana are massive, you know, pitchering plants, so big size on those, a lot to look forward to. Thank you for those, Eduardo. We love it. Love beautiful plants from friends. Love growing them out. This is a nice one. I believe Jeremiah made this one. This is Tadii cross with Folliculata, which are two of my favorite helium phoras. Big blunt pitchers. This is the newest one. It's going to be huge. It just cracked open. But just look at this thing. And one of my favorite things about helium 4 is if you smell the pitchers on a lot of them, they smell like honey, which is just so intoxicating. I go around smelling them like a weirdo. I'm like, ooh, it smells like raw honey. There's just nothing there to eat or lick, but it does smell good. Helium 4, we love it. Here is, let me turn this so you guys can see in the light. This is another TM cross Eddie. The sun is so bright, I can't tell what's happening. But this picture looks really good on this plant. I love that one. Gonna be sexy. Already is. This one is nice and dark. This is a Ventricosa trismatiensis cross with Edwardiana. I think I'm starting to have an issue seeing with the backlighting, so give me a minute, people. Here we go. This is so dark. But when this is mature, oh my god, it's comparable to an Eddie or like a Haryana or something. Super toothy peristome. EP strikes again, we love it. Nothing like Exotica Plants hybrids. Here are some Fusca upper pitchers. These are very, kind of remind me of a Gelii in the coloration and Mollisy a little bit. Lots of contrast in these. Love it. Happy our speaker's holding up. I thought it was gonna die. Here is a Ventricosa fipiata hanging up front. And we love the lid bristles on this. Cool. I have a whole bench up here of sphagnum moss. It's doing pretty well. Taken over. I'm gonna just have this whole table be a sphagnum table, I've decided. Nice Trismatiensis. Uh-oh, my camera battery might die. Thank God we're at the juicy table. Got some Edwardsianas here. They're popping. They're looking really nice. They filled in quick once they put their roots in. They were the most angry plants out of most of them that I moved over here last year, and I don't know, they took a minute, but they look really good now. They're really filling in. Look at that. I feel like I am loving this new camera. It's so easy to use. And it's so light. Here is a beautiful Lowii. It's a Cannibaluform. Huge pictures on this one. That weird, strange mouth that the shrew sits on, poops in there, likes eating this sugar. I like eating it too, but not when it looks like dirty snow like that. That is no bueno. These have been on here almost a year or more now, so I will not eat the sugar off them when they're that old. But you can eat it when it's fresh. Here's another Eddie here. This one's from California Carnivores, and it's looking nice. It has a base shoot growing over there. Grows pretty quick so far. Nice red-orange pitchers. Rigidifolia. Heliumphorus arsinoides. Definitely one of my favorites. Love that. But I definitely would say, since we moved in here last February, so this February, like I said, will be a year. It was cool then, but it's not really the best time for plants to be rooting in and stuff. Dead summer isn't either, but I do think the timing was perfect. Although they did root in and it was warmer months and they grew well, it's always when the cool months return, like spring, when you're in your first greenhouse, that you see that kind of explosion of growth when the cool weather comes back and they're already established. So they are loving their second cool term, and they're all established, happy, and they're just exploding now. I can't imagine what spring's gonna be like if it's already this good in the greenhouse. This is a beautiful purple tentaculata from Exotica. Oh, there's a Hamada trying to blend in. How beautiful is this plant, though? Just looks like a bunch of eyes staring back. Here's a Lowii Fipiata. Really nice traps on that. They are so tough and woody, and they get almost black as they age. Nice size plant. John Bonnes was repotted and it's finally filling in. Nothing crazy right now. Oh, I can't wait to have jingle bells on that thing again. In spring, this will be insane. It has a ton of tendrils coming out on it. So I'm just going to give it time. We have a nice Aimee growing up here. This is the B form from Exotica with nice striped pitchers. Just grown up to the seedling. Here's a nice Hamada. Oh my god, the battery's getting low, but we're gonna pull through, people. I will break this up into a couple of videos. I'm gonna have to. Here's one of my larger Raja that I've had for years. It's growing so good in the Sakadama Kanuma mix. Not as much spotting, which I get from both overwatering, which can lead to fungal, and just oedema in the leaves. They're very sensitive to that for me. So I just let up on watering or pull back on the water on the leaves as well, airflow, and that goes away. I don't really use fungicides or anything for the Nepenthes. They could be really toxic, and I try to limit that stuff in the greenhouse. The camera died, but I think I was saying I don't really like to use the chemicals in the greenhouse if I don't have to. It really has to be a problem, which is so rare. So if I have any what I think are fungal issues, I just up the airflow, pull back on water, and they go away. A lot of Nepenthes just have that in them, or it can be created when the humidity and the air movement isn't good enough, or there's too much water in the soil, too wet in the feet. But this is a beautiful Lowii here, another one. This is Trismati. Look at that. What a cool plant. Definitely another favorite. I'm trying to put this down, but I don't, it doesn't want to sit anywhere. There we go. Lingulata's starting to put out a ton of pictures. This one took a minute to settle, but can't wait for her to come back in. Love that plant. There's an Ovada over here. Love that. Let's see what's on this table. It's a nice hybrid Diabolica crossed with Truncata from Tyler at SoCal Exotics. His plants are looking awesome. This is great looking. Nice tough leaves. Good mix of both parents. There's not too many pictures on this table. Some things are filling in. Here is a Bongzo. Did cuttings on those. Hopefully they root. Adriadnii. The walls are looking awesome. A lot of color going on. I'll get there in a second. Oh, we have 17% battery. How does this happen? Here's a beautiful Vogellii. Just absolutely gorgeous. A huge picture on Leviathan. Raja crossed with Peltata from Jeremiah. I almost said Exotica, I'm so used to saying it. But beautiful work, Jeremiah. This is huge and glorious. Look at that golden interior, too. Been loving his Raja crossed with Edwardiana. That thing is massive. Here's another nice Hamada. Something's going on with the camera. There we go. Those teeth are out of this world. Some Ophidiatas here. These are the Hose Mountain ones, which are pretty unique looking compared to the more squat types. Wow. Lots of exudate on that. There's a green Aime up in here. Exotica's C form. That's a female. Undulata. There's one over there vining. I hope it flowers. Gotta get Candy Dreams on it. But really nice bulbous pictures. And it gets its name from the wavy leaf margins. And that peltate edge there is unique too. Beautiful. Tentaculata crossed with Edwardiana. A cool Exotica plants hybrid. Love that. Going on to the wall, see how far I could get. Got a lot of cool tropical foliage on this wall. Labicias, Odysseas, Ardicias, all those kind of things. They change the names and genuses all the time, but love those. Got a beautiful Dendrobium Cuthbertsonii here. Love these. Epiphytica is trying to go up into the ceiling. It has nice lower pictures here. But it is scrambling all over the wall. Here's a nice orchid. This one smells so good. Dynema polybulbin. I could smell it from here. Ooh, is that good? Just potted this Nebularum up into some rockwool, trying that out. Love this form. Really squat so far from seed. I actually have a ton of seedlings sprouted of my own hort-produced nebs, and I have them both flowering again now, so we'll make more. We gotta have those species on hand. We love it. It's a beautiful Anthurium schizurianum. Look at that. Also known as the pigtail Anthurium. or a pigtail plant. Some orchids, Masdevallia. This one's a hybrid, Harold Ripley. Masdevallias, they're in between flowers. Ooh. This one was known, I think, as an Oncidium volcanicum, but I think it's a, oh, I'm gonna not remember the name, a Cochleo something that they moved it to, but these are beautiful. Let me see if I can. Originally saw them at Atlanta Botanical Garden. I fell in love and I had to hunt my plants down and get them in the collection because I love them so much. Beautiful Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis. Huge leaves on this thing. Oh my god, I can't believe we're making it this far on the battery. I just literally grabbed the camera and I'm like, I'm just going to do a tour video right now. Like, I just had inspiration. Anthurium longissimalobum. Try saying that 10 times fast. Love this plant here. This is my favorite Hoya. I'm not crazy about them, but this one's imbricata. Look at this thing. I probably showed this 20 times in past videos. I don't even know, but you're going to get that reaction every time because it's so good. Look at this one. This is an orchid, Paphiopedilum tranleonianum. Another name. Where do these names come from? Well, they come from Latin and Greek and all that, but like just so funny, some of them. Tranleonianum. Who? We're gonna go over to this corner. We got this beautiful Bessii. This is my favorite tropical orchid, Phragmipedium Bessii. Another one hard to capture the color. This one's not too bad on the camera, but these almost glow in the dark at night. My favorite slipper orchid above and beyond. I love this thing. Unless I could get some, what is it, Cypripedium subtropicum, I need that in the greenhouse. And if you know it, you know it. It's amazing. Still super rare, but it will find its way around. It's a nice Graciliflora from Exotica. Loving that. A lot of Platycerium or staghorn ferns up in the sky that are backlit right now. We come across the Highland room. We have a jungle popping over here. Some different orchids are blooming right now. Some kind of Renanthera hybrid or monocara. I can't remember. I got this as a gift at one of the orchid shows. Someone gave it to me and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grow it. Love it. Here's a beautiful Lowii truncata giant picture. Another beautiful plant that I just can't live without. It's huge pictures on this. Truncata fipiata. The lighting is a little rough, but we will pull through. Anthurium veitchii, these are huge. I had to have this one right up front. The back of the greenhouse. And I'm gonna leave you guys in this corner. You've been bad, but I'm gonna leave you guys in this corner once I show you some of the plants because the battery's gonna die and we've done a lot in the first half of this video. So it'll give me another video to make for you guys, which I'll do just now in a few days. But look at these beautiful Alata or Graciliflora from Exotica. Another really favorite plant. It's the simplicity of it is just out of this world. That minty, pastel-y interior is amazing. And just loaded with ants and insects that find their way in the greenhouse. Lowii ventricosa is really climbing up here. You could see it all intertwined. There are pictures everywhere. This is really cool. This is a Decidia platyphylum, or platyphylla. Sometimes I wanted to call it platychyla from Nepenthes, but really like that plant. I have quite a few divisions I made growing on of it. Here's another sexy one that oh my god, I love this one. This one is Rossinia diariana, which is pretty much like a Bromeliad tillandsia family. Crazy intense color, very similar to Phragmipedium bessii with that kind of matte finish, orangey red, beautiful striking. Oh my God, it pulls your eyes out of your head. It's so beautiful when you see it in the greenhouse. And I'll leave you guys with this Lowii ventricosa on the back end here. You could see it better in the light. Some of these pictures are just so amazing looking. Gotta love it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour video. I thought we saw some nice juice in the collection, but I will get another one out soon. And remember, if you love this content and you love watching me run around for hours geeking out with Nepenthes with you guys, please hit the subscribe button, even if you don't want to watch every video. It's so helpful to the channel, and I really want to move toward pushing more YouTube videos this year, and that is really helpful to me, the plants, the Nepenthes community. So thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button, leave comments, send me some love, do whatever you got to do, and I'll see you guys on the second half of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out there. Peace, love, and Nepenthes.